Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, I'd like to start off giving all honor, glory, infinite praise, and worship to our power. YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Double honors to our apostles, elders, and bishops, great millstone, who rule well, teach you in sound doctrine. Strong shalom to the hopeful elect, and the rest of the large multitude of men, women, and children. That Yahweh, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI will have mercy on these perilous times, and dangerous times that we're currently living in. All right, it's your brother HAQADASH, representing Jim S. Branch here in Cleveland, Lord willing, to bring out a quick and edifying lesson. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. All right, I seen something on this the other day, but I didn't get a chance to click on it, and here we are. This is what they were talking about, because I saw something about an article dealing with the UK with the digital. It might have been today, earlier today, yesterday, but the point is that, hey, we here. You know, we here. It says UK will implement digital IDs mandatory for all adults. I had did a lesson on this. I think Australia. Another country had did this as well. Okay. Let me fact. Salakia, not Australia, but Mexico. That's what I did a lesson on. Mexico is implementing a mandatory biometric digital ID called the biometric CERP, which will become the universal and mandatory national identification document starting in February 2026. So yeah, so you see, this is a worldwide event, man. You got Chief Ephraim and all these niggas. I don't see how the world, like, nigga, you see it. Look, it's happening worldwide, man. You see? The joke is on you niggas, man. Because remember, I did a lesson years ago, man. Trump said something about, damn, man, let me see if I can find it. Man, see, they took it down, man. You gotta screenshot shit. The video I did on it is still up on my channel. I just don't remember the page of it. I mean the video name of it. You know, but here, just to show you, just to kind of give you a hint of what the tweet entailed and what I was talking about. Here it says February 21, 2019. As trade talks with China resume, Trump sent a tweet stating that America must win a race to develop 6G. See, that's the point. Because you make the whole world seem like it's more advanced than America in terms of the technological advances, the New World Order, the NWO, the Industrial Revolution, all these different terms, the Agenda 2025s and Agenda 2023s, 2030s, and so forth. The world look like they got their shit. You got African countries pushing digital IDs. You got India pushing digital IDs. And all these countries around the world, except of America. And that's where it's going to come. Boom. America got the biggest immigration problem. Right? No borders, no walls. No, it's right. The land of unwalled villages. This place has no border around it, where it leaves for enemies to invade it at will. So you can understand. So they made the people that was coming into the city and that lives in the cities, might have even been born in the cities. America's one big city where you get the word civilian from. Now you are a threat because we don't know who you are. So now, or they don't know who you are. So I don't want to put myself there. They don't know who you are. So therefore what? Now we have to track you. So let's use the immigration thing as the means to bring this technology to the forefront. And we're going to spearhead it. The scriptures say the enemy come down, right, with great wrath, because he know if he has a short time, right? Enemy shall come in like a flood. A flood is dealing with war. All right, this is a war. So a flood comes in fast and takes everything over. That's what he's about to do. When he implemented in this city, being America, it's going to hit hard. It's going to hit fast because they have to do it because the world around us is actually ahead. See? It says America must win the race to develop 6G technology, and China already got this, which does not exist and should lead in 5G through competition, not by blocking more advanced technology. You see that? So Mexico also has a mandatory biometric digital ID, as well as now the UK. See? And this is all a foreshadow or a prelude to the actual tiny technology, which is implemented in the right hand or left hand, whatever your, I think it's dextrose, whatever your power hand is, right? And when you go into the forehead, it's not a chip in the middle of your head like nigga off the Avengers with the yellow stone. It's in a when you go into the word forehead, it goes into meta, all right? And when you go into it, it goes into the back, the opposite of face, right? The back of the head, okay? That's where these C-hips is being implanted. So this is a foreshadowing, all right, event that's taking place again. Prophecies is moving, man, like Apostle Tahar always say. Even in this video, you miss one day, you miss a lot. You miss an hour, you miss a lot. I got this video that Apostle Tahar mentioned in his video that I don't know if you could find it on YouTube no more, but I'm gonna play this quick video. I saved it for edification all these years, and I'm gonna play it again here because this is the ultimate goal: is to C-hip you niggas, to keep track on you wild animals. All right, you're goyim into these people, man. Sheep, cattle, property, and he needs to tag you so that he can keep track and move on to the next phase. Let me play this.
Consequential decisions in the 21st century. Our constitutional journey did not stop then, and it must not stop now, Judge. And we'll be faced with equally consequential decisions in the 21st century. Can a microscopic tag be implanted in a person's body to track his every movement? There's actual discussion about that. You will rule on that, mark my words, before your tenure is over. Can brain scans be used to determine whether a person is inclined toward criminality or violent behavior? You will rule on that. And Judge, I need to know whether you will be a justice who believes that the constitutional journey must continue to speak to these consequential decisions, or that we've gone far enough in protecting against government intrusion into our autonomy, into the most personal decisions we make. Judge, that's why this is a critical moment. There are elected officials in this government, such as Mr. DeLay, a fine, honorable, patriotic man, and others, who have been unsuccessful at implementing their agenda in the elected branches. So they've now poured their energies, as the left would if it were different. They've now poured their energies and resources into trying to change the court's view of the Constitution. And now they have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
And this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Hey, when the iron is hot, you strike. All right? Again, I bring this out from time to time through the spirit. Quote from Franklin D. Roosevelt. In politics, nothing happens by accident. If it happens, you can bet it was planned that way. Okay? And these things are planned, and they're signing, sealing, and delivering.
It's a global thing, man. But they're making it seem Trump cards. And this guy just met with, I guess he's the prime minister, president, whatever. He met with Trump. They rubbed elbows. This is weeks ago. This is a global thing, man. But they're making it seem like certain countries in Africa, oh, it's a good idea. No, they're getting that memo. They all got the memo, but they're going to get another memo where it says this is the date that you're going to push it. So guess what? You got a deadline now to get this thing. Look at that, 7 hours, 11 hours. All UK adults will now be required to have digital ID.
See, like Apostle said, it's a deadline to get these things, man. They do that with the driver license. They do that with everything. Your license plates and your registrations on everything. You have deadlines, right? This is one of my, I like this site, biometric update. Check this out. Biometric update for September 26th to 2025. I'm gonna read the captions right here. It says age rules for search engines should consider unique factors. Australian tech body, right? They're pushing what? Age rules. All right. Restrictions on age. That's what they did with the YouTube. You know, so they're limiting and putting restrictions on your free will, so to speak. There's no such thing as free will, but so you can understand. Close systematic IM gaps to keep stolen credentials from slipping through beyond ID. See that? So that they go pushing what? Stolen credentials. Because even with this digital ID out here in the UK, like Apostle said in his lesson, it could get stolen. It could get lost. The C hip in your hand, somebody's gonna have to unalive you, chop your hand off to access it. You know what I'm saying? But it's not gonna be able to work that simply because it's gonna be assisted, tracked. It's gonna go based off you. It's gonna be linked to the grid, so therefore it's gonna allow visual into your private areas, like your spaces, right? That C hip being linked to the grid is gonna allow Esau and give Esau access to the corner spaces, to the dark spaces, right? To the places and spaces that you hide from the world at. Esau will be literally, in a sense, in his eyes, all knowing because he can see in the private and dark and in the light. He's trying to be like the Most High, man. This is his creation, so like he's trying to make it his own creation, merge man with machine, come up with a new creation on earth, get rid of all the old crops and all of the vegetables and everything on the earth and replace it with his version, what he want. Mossop says fully aligned with UNDP's DPI safeguard initiative. Brazil sanctions bill to protect youth online as bill covering tech progress. See, they pushing this, man. UK privacy concerns mount as police facial recognition scan surpasses 50,000 a day. Facial recognition. Australia age law for social media gets warm reception at UN Assembly. Right, there you go. I mentioned Australia earlier. Everybody is involved. Watch it, even Russia. It says Okta upgrade of agentic AI capabilities include support for MDL's digital IDs. MDLs are digital IDs, meaning driving licenses, or they are driving license in a digital form based off your phone and apps. And I know somebody that's actually developing, right, or in the process of trying to, present this, all right? People are trying to make this a thing and make this their careers, not knowing that this is tied to the beast system. Government issued digital IDs starting with mobile driving licenses. Okay? That's what MDL stand for. Right here. Mobile driving licenses. See? 2026 is about to be hell of a year going to 2027 if we still here. This man is trying to complete this, man. There you go. Mobile driver license. The mobile driver license MDL is the future of licensing and proof of identity. Right? Where the cops don't even have to pull you over. They see you get tickets in the mail and the cop don't even have to talk to you. Right? The cameras everywhere to pick up your speed. Like what? A camera picking my speed up? Yes, it picks up your speed. And you got cameras that picks up the heat the heat from the body in the vehicles, and so forth and so forth. Man,
Which is known as the brick card.
UK will implement digital ID cards, nicknamed brick cards, for all adults. The proposed ID will be mandatory for new workers and renters, with the primary aim of cracking down on illegal immigration. You see? And America has it the worst. Because why? This is the land of opportunity. This is the golden city. And this is a golden cup in the Lord's hand. This is the place called Babylon, confusion. This is the melting pot of the world, the capital of the world right now. So the UK is pushing this, like the elder said in the video, the elder from Hawaii, I believe he mentioned it. I might be merging stuff, but hey, they're gonna push this in the sense of immigration, like that, using that as the means in validating the push and the fact of urgency, all right, and the momentum of urgency. And then, like Apostle Tahar said, they're gonna allow the immigrants back into the cities, right? But they're gonna have it with these the C-hip. That's the ultimate entrance back into the cities to be able to allow the flow of money to quadruple itself again with the new system, allowing the new money system. He's trying to go with the cryptocurrency system, right? Damn, slipping my mind right now. But the 1-for-1, $1 is equal to stable coin. That's the name of it. Why it came to me. Stable coin. Okay. So here you have it, man. Mandatory for work and rent. The digital ID will be mandatory for all adults beginning a new job, renting a home. This will be used to verify individuals' rights to live and work in the UK by cross-checking against a central government database. Whoo-wee. They're making it seem like it's optional. A physical or digital ID will be available as a smartphone app, but a physical card will also be offered. Free of charge, the government plans to issue the digital ID for free. Of course they are. They need you on it. Built on an existing platform, the system is expected to utilize the government's existing one login platform, which already provides access to various public services. Here you go. Future expansion. While the initial focus is on employment and housing, some advocates, like the Tony Blair Institute, envision the ID expanding to encompass a wider range of public services such as claiming benefits. You see that? Tackling illegal immigrants. The plan is framed as a key strategy to address illegal working and reduce the pull factors that encourage illegal immigration. It will replace the current paper-based system of checks, which the government believes is vulnerable to forgery. You see that? Trump DJ is clogging all the holes up. All right, he's trying to secure everything. All right, that's what you see going on. All right. We here, baby. It's about to, and you could keep reading on to this. All right. This is breaking news. Look at that. Breaking. All British adults to require.
Breaking news now. Digital ID will be made law for all adults in an effort to tackle small boats. Downing Street.
He said it would be made law. That's what Trump is doing. He's signing things into law, executive orders.
Believes that a mandatory ID card system will help stop illegal.
Mandatory. It's going to be made mandatory. You're not going to have a choice. Whether a false flag event happened to expedite it, the point is the prophecy still stands. Revelations 13:16. And he calls it all. See, he calls it all. This is why it's happening in the UK. This is why it's happening in Mexico, Australia, India, Russia. That tab on that biometric site, it had Russia on there at first. Russia has a digital ID being launched. Let me see. See? And that it says Russia state-backed WeChat copy launches digital ID. The Russian state-backed super app Max has launched a test version of its digital identity feature. Designed, it says designed to allow users to prove their age and identity and use digital documents the same way as a physical one. It says the messenger app created by Russian tech firm VKontakty. You know I butchered that. It's designed to emulate China's WeChat. See, China, combining digital IDs with messaging, money transfers, government and private services, e-signatures, and social media functions. Man, bro. Call up YAHAWASHI, bro. I'm getting chills, bro.
Immigrants working. Let's bring in our political correspondent, Mari Aurora. Mari, what more do we know about this?
Yeah, well, Gareth, this is interesting because this is something that has been spoken about a lot. Tony Blair, for instance, has been talking about this for years and years as what he always believed was one of the best ways to try and reduce illegal immigration and the ability for people to work illegally here in the UK. But Sky News understands that we will have an announcement, could be as soon as tomorrow, from the Prime Minister on these mandatory ID cards, an ID card system, the Brit card. And essentially what this will mean, it will be mandatory for all adults here in the UK. It will make it easier for employers and for landlords to make sure that those they are employing or renting or to actually have the right legal immigration status here in the UK. They can do it using a smartphone app. It's also, according to the government, going to make it easier for people here in the UK to essentially prove their status or their ability to kind of qualify to be able to work here in the UK. And essentially, this is all about immigration. This is all about trying to tackle small boats crossings. We've had a lot of conversation about small boats and about other European countries, especially the French, who have been concerned with the kind of pull factors here in the UK in terms of being able to work in the black market, being able to work illegally here in the UK. We already know that France has an ID card system. They've had it for many, many years. And it's something that the UK has always resisted, partly.
But this is how slippery the devil is. That's why, again, I got that quote. If it happens, by Franklin D. Roosevelt, if it happens, you can bet it was planned that way. Okay? Why? Because these niggas got all this technology to be able to do this and see niggas through walls. They can make themselves invisible. They can fly fast. They can jump high. They got an ICBM missile, right? A nuke. But these niggas can't see little creepy crawlers crossing in to the borders of these different countries, man. Stop it. And this is why they're allowing it, so that they have a reason to and they're justified to be bringing this tracking digital system to monitor individuals who are so-called breaking the law by entering in illegally without going through the proper protocols.
Partly because of questions around civil liberties and free.
So that's that. Again, Revelation 13:16 calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, right? Because eventually all children are going to have to get it too. Your animals is already getting them, but it's going to be mandatory for everybody to be tagged. And calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell. We just read that. It says here, it's going to emulate China's WeChat, combining digital IDs with messaging, money transfers. And he calls of, it says, and that no man might buy or sell. It says, again, to emulate China's WeChat, combining digital IDs with messaging, money transfers, government and private services. Going back to the Mexican digital ID called the biometric CERP. It's linked. It says it's linked to. It says a mandatory national ID identification document serves as an enhanced version of what they already have. It contains personal information, a digital photograph, and a QR code that holds the fingerprint. You see, or iris data. Okay. So yeah, it's off your biometrics, dealing with the body. Bio means dealing with the body or life, and metrics is the measurement. So the measurement of the body, man. And this is going to help classify his properties, which you are his property at the moment. It's going to help you it's going to help him classify his property and more effectively. It says concerns and surveillance and control. Yeah, so it says citizens and residents will eventually need the biometric card to access government and private services. Institutions, both public and private, will be required to update their system to use the new biometric ID. There will be a national program to collect biometric data from children and adolescents. A national program. This is happening worldwide on a national scale from adult to children. For gradualism, I was at the store the other day, and she said, sorry, the machine's not working. I was at Giant Eagle. She said, sorry, the machine's not working. They don't have no scanners and different stuff like that. She said because they're about to update their system. That's what she told me. She said they're about to update their system. They're about to change. I said, oh, damn, for real? I said, do you know if it was going to be contactless? She said, I don't know. They're about to update all the systems to the new systems. That's what she said. To a new system. All right. Again, Revelation 13 and 17. And that no man might buy or sell except he that had the mark. And we go through this all the time. You should know the breakdown. Or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Right? This is dealing with Esau Edom, man. Okay, the horde that rides the beast is the America. All right, and the image of the beast is speaking, which the beast comes from the Roman Empire, right? Which branched off to what? 10 you had 10 vassal states, which branched off to 28 plus vassal states, which is known as the NATO and the EU. All right, which makes up the beast. All right, and the image of this beast is speaking through his politics, philosophies, and doctrines, and his structure, his economic structure, political structure. And and people are about to get ready to make a marriage or an alliance with the beast. Officially, he's going to plant his seed in the people, which is the micro seed hip, tiny technology. That's the seed, and you're going to become one with him, man. Which is going to stop the Israelites from receiving salvation. That's how serious this is. Here is wisdom, let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 636. And what's the judgment? Revelations 14 and 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. He shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. All right. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever received the mark of his name. Right. You either receive the mark of Yahawah or the mark of YAHAWASHI. You either receive the mark of YAHAWASHI or the mark of Esau, right? His reputation, a stamp of who you serve or who you are allied with, who you are joined to, who you are married to. Lord willing, is edifying, like to give all honor, glory, infinite praise, and worship to Yahawah BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI BAHASHAM HAQADASH. Hey, we here. We at the front door. It's at the front door. It's getting ready to enter in. Double honors to our apostle, and Bishop's Great Millstone. Peace, citation, hopefully. Till next time, Shalom.